Pelmeni are dumplings consisting of a filling wrapped in thin, unleavened dough. Ingredients. The dough is made from flour and water, sometimes adding a small portion of eggs. The filling can be mincemeat or fish. The mixing together of different kinds of meat is also popular. The traditional udmurt recipe requires a mixture of 45% beef, 35% mutton, and 20% pork. Various spices, such as black pepper and diced onions as well as garlic, are mixed into the filling. Origin and history. The word pelmeni is derived from pelnan, literally ear bread, in the native Finno-Ugric Komi and Udmurt languages. It is unclear when pelmeni entered the cuisines of the indigenous Siberian people and when they first appeared in Russian cuisine. One theory suggests pelmeni, or stuffed boiled dumplings in general, originated in Siberia, possibly a simplified adaptation of the Chinese wonton. Pelmeni are particularly good means of quickly preserving meat during long Siberian winter, especially eliminating the need to feed livestock during the long winter months. Differences. Pelmeni belong to the family of dumplings, and are related to Ukrainian vareniki and Polish pierogi. In the United States and Canada, the term pierogi or pierogies is often used to describe all kinds of Eastern European dumplings, regardless of their shape, size, or filling. Pelmeni are also similar to Mongolian banj, Chinese jiaozi or Chinese handan. They are cousins to the Turkish and Kazakh manti, the Nepalese and Tibetan momo, the Uzbek chachvara, the Korean mandu, and the Japanese gyoza and Italian ravioli. The most important difference between pelmeni, vareniki, and pierogi is the thickness of the dough shell. In pelmeni and vareniki this is as thin as possible, and the proportion of filling to dough is usually higher. Pelmeni are never served with a sweet filling, which distinguishes them from vareniki and Polish pierogi, which sometimes are. Also, the fillings in pelmeni are usually raw, while the fillings of vareniki and pierogi are typically pre-cooked. The main difference between pelmeni and momus is the size. A typical pelmeni is about 2 to 3 centimeters in diameter, whereas momus are often at least twice that size. Regional differences. In Siberia, pelmeni are traditionally frozen outdoors in the winter and treated as preserved food. Hunters or explorers heading into the taiga would carry sacks of frozen pelmeni with the provisions as easily cooked, non-perishable food. Pelmeni can be stored frozen for a long time and they are prepared immediately before eating by boiling in salted water until they float, and then 2 to 5 minutes more. Regional differences exist in the boiling of pelmeni. In the Urals, they are always boiled in water, while in Siberia they are boiled in salted water or sometimes meat or chicken broth. The cooked pelmeni are served on their own or topped with melted butter, smetana, mustard, horseradish, tomato sauce, and vinegar are popular as well. The Russian émigré community in Australia, most of whom originally traveled through China, generally add soy sauce, as do the people of the Russian Far East. Some recipes suggest frying pelmeni after boiling until they turn golden brown. Pelmeni can also be served in a clear soup, although in Siberia this is considered poor in taste and pelmeni are carefully strained before serving. In Tatar cuisine, pelmeni are a traditional dish, where they have always been served with clear soup and added dill or other freshly cut herbs. Packed frozen pelmeni can be found in Russian and Ukrainian food stores, as well as everywhere Russian communities exist. Packets of frozen pelmeni are usually labeled Siberian pelmeni, because of the Siberian practice of storing and transporting pelmeni in frozen form. Store-bought pelmeni are made on industrial machinery, much of which is made by Italian companies such as Arianti and Cataneo, Ima, Ostoni, Zamboni, etc. These pelmeni usually weigh around 15 grams each and look like a larger version of tortellini, which is why, for industrial production, Italian pasta machines are commonly used. Pelmeni are also commonly made at home. The easiest way is simply to make them by hand. Many cooks use specialized pelmeni makers, which are essentially molds that resemble muffin pans or ravioli molds, allowing one to quickly make a few dozen pelmeni out of 2 sheets of dough and a quantity of ground meat. In modern Russian and Ukrainian culture, store-bought pelmeni are considered a kind of convenience food and are associated with students' or bachelors' lifestyles, much like instant ramen, etc.